Welcome back. Trash talking with the old heads. You know what it is. We are the old heads. No hate, just love of sports. Three brothers who love talking sports.
Plenty of hate.
From a fan's perspective.
From you.
Plenty of hate.
Only hate on this set is for the Dallas Cowboys. But I admit it. That's the kind of fan that I am. I hate them motherfuckers.
I don't like
Excuse my language, but I do not like the Dallas Cowboys.
Same goes for that garnet and gold.
But I admit my bias.
Fuck the 49ers.
It is what it is.
Fuck the 49ers.
You see what it is right here. You see what it is. All day.
I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is.
Soldier boy, tell him. You heard him.
Tell him to lay that stinking ass down somewhere.
But I'm your host, Dante, back with my debate partner. I ain't gonna even say debate partner. This ain't debate.
We ain't debating.
It's conversation, bro. We just conversating this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we be getting into some heat.
We get at it, though. But it's all
discussions.
It's all discussion. It's just heated discussion. This is what we do on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So we just bringing it to the podcast world. Greg C., what's happening, bro?
You know what it is. No excuses. I play like a champion all day, every day.
All day.
Hot as hell outside. I'm here. Cold outside. I'm here. On time. Never late.
Last week, notwithstanding.
We were 2 hours late last week.
Lies.
Hey, Doug, what's happening, bro? Late as hell.
What's going on?
We taking naps and shit in here.
Why are we playing like champs when we can be in champs? Y'all see all that green up there?
Man,
18 of the things. 18.
Not in June.
We 18.
Yeah, man. That was years ago. That was years ago. 12 of them was in the 60s when y'all had three teams playing in the NBA.
Years ago.
Count them. They in at 18. Keep counting. Go ahead.
That's it.
But today, we rolling out a new segment called State of Play.
The state of play.
Well, we will be discussing the state of play in all kind of different sports. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, football, college football, women's basketball.
Yes, sir.
That we don't watch. But, well, you watch.
I watch.
You watch. You
I keep my eyes on it. I keep a tab on it.
I know what's going on, but I'm not
invested in it.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not there. But we'll get there in a minute. We got to start off.
We do that.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
But before we get into all of this,
hit them with it.
All of the theatrics in football and basketball and what have you, we want y'all to hit that subscribe button.
Smash it.
Smash it. Hit it. Do whatever you got to do. Just don't diddy it. Or if you do diddy it, put some baby oil on it. Comment. Like it. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, wipe it off.
Spray it down. Don't use Astroglide because you're doing too much.
Smack it up, flip it.
Rub it down. Hello. But yeah, hit that smash.
Hit that like button, man. Hit that like and subscribe button.
Yes, sir. Do what you do.
We appreciate everybody so far that's already done that, man. We were, like I said, we rolling on towards 1,000 subscribers. We appreciate everybody, man. But let's dive into a state of play, man, starting with the NFL. G, you've been talking about this for a minute, bro.
Have I?
These quarterback salaries, but you brought this up a while ago.
Man, I'm sick of it, man.
Year, bro, when you said something about it. I think it was might have been even after the Dak contract. I think that's what set it off for you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was even before the Dak contract, man. It's just a lot of this next man up mentality, the next quarterback up mentality, get the big contract. And so when it's your team, that's his merry-go-round comes to him. When that wheel stops on him, if that quarterback is Dak Prescott or Trevor Lawrence or Geno Smith,
I bet they regretting that Trevor
Kirk Cousins
already.
No, it was the Kirk Cousins situation that got me heated about this situation. But he did it twice.
Daniel Jones for me.
Daniel Jones.
Right.
If your quarterback is one of those guys, if it ain't the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks, then you find yourself in a situation to where you're like, okay, will my organization do the right thing? Will the owners do the right thing? Or do we fall victims to the media and their push to get these guys paid just because they're the next guy up?
And not just that, they're so afraid to not to have to go get the next dude
Right.
when your dude is ass or average as hell.
Average.
I ain't gonna say ass, but average as hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we in a situation, you had put something on the book the other day. We was talking about, I guess, the Cowboys that came up, and is Dak that guy? You know what I'm saying? Who and I was having this conversation with my brother. We was at the Titans Cowboys game. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who else you gonna get? You're not finna get Lamar Jackson. You're not getting Patrick Mahomes. You're not getting Joe Burrow. You're not getting Josh Allen.
Right. Everybody's scared of search mode.
Right. Who else are you going to get? You know what I'm saying? You are not in a position to draft a quality quarterback because you're winning. We're 12-5, so it's not that Dak can't play. What?
If you can call that winning.
When you're if you're winning enough to where when the season ends, you're not 1 and 2 in the lottery.
Playing, right? You're still playing.
So
right.
yeah, you're winning, but you're not winning titles.
Right.
You're not in contention to win a chip.
And then the question becomes, what is that worth for real to an organization? You know what I'm saying? What is that worth?
When at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, all they're looking for are the dollars. Yeah, do they want the championships? And just so you for a franchise like me, and be on the lookout for. I know last year we ran the segment called the Big D Report. That name is being changed to Surviving Jerry Jones. We keeping the trend going to surviving R. Kelly, surviving P. Diddy. Now we surviving Jerry Jones and his meat watching ass, his old senile ass, his inability to sign contracts on time, his propensity to say bullshit during media sessions is always got to find his ass on the mic. But that's neither here nor there.
So you mentioned media trying to help the quarterback.
Yeah.
I disagree with that because to me, it's always been the owners and the league that started this. To me,
propping them up.
Started with Tom Brady. Got his ass hurt with a late hit, and he busted his leg.
Yeah. So you said that was on who? That was on the NFL.
That's on the owners and the league wanting to start protecting the quarterback. That's when
because that's who people tune in to see. That's what they feel.
But again, I think the media helps to prop that narrative up.
But you have to remember they're in a partnership though.
Well,
right.
With these networks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm not just blaming it on the media, but it's part of the machine.
Change. It's part of the change because there was a time when your highlight reels and your Sports Center shows was about the best player and the best plays. In my opinion, I felt like that's what we used to watch. And now with the media changing into trying to create narratives, push their numbers.
Thank you.
Then they kind of fall into that.
So
category.
why you discounting what I said the media when I brought the media into it? They part of the machine.
I still look at it as the owners. And speaking of Jerry Jones,
the owners don't want to pay. They want to pay that type of money.
They want the star quarterback. They want the star quarterback because the league changed into a scoring entity, wanting to go with more points.
And they wanted your Peyton Manning, your Tom Brady's, your Aaron Rodgers.
And then it's a conscious decision. And I'm going to have to take a dig at my own team.
But the Jay Cutlers of the world and the Kirk Cousins of the world and the Dak Prescotts of the world are
I'm a
stars.
Niner fan, of course, But I got to take a dig at my own team. You're willing to dismantle your team. Because you got to pay your quarterback $50 whatever million.
Because you got to pay.
When
you got other needs.
When you have other needs. Now you know you're going to have a lesser team with maybe a quarterback who can't carry a lesser team.
And what carried the team?
I don't know yet. We'll find out.
What carried that team? Was it the defense or the offense?
Defense and run game.
Thank you.
But he did his part. But my thing is now we have to find out, can you do your part without all those other parts?
Can you be the guy instead of a cog?
Right.
Are you
and it's like you have to do it.
Cam Newton fan.
But my question
are you a game changer?
Right. My thing is, you don't have to do it.
That's my.
You don't have to do it.
My question is, do you have to do it?
You don't.
And the answer to me is no. Not when you got Geno Smith out here playing football at quarterback position.
Right.
it made no sense to me for us to pay. What we paying? 53?
53 million.
53 million.
And I know they set it up where it works for us in the cap. I know all the specifics of the deal, and it works for us. They've structured it where it's not going to kill us. I get it. But I'm not paying a quarterback that's not a $53 million quarterback $53 million. If you're not a top 5-7 quarterback in the league, I'm not paying you that kind of money.
Our quarterback is the 8th highest paid QB. Now, I think he in my book, he's a top 10 QB, or at least he's shown that he had the
he's there. He's on
ain't
the
a consensus. Yeah, he's
right.
After last year, he's borderline.
Yeah.
Because now we have to find out, were the first 2 years you or was last year you?
I would.
You know what I'm saying?
I
know the injuries were
you
a part of it last year.
You can solidly put him from 10 to 15.
Listen,
solidly.
Solid.
But that ain't $50-some million.
That's my
right.
point.
That is true.
You know
but it is when
now,
Trevor Lawrence is making $52
right.
million.
It is now when it's the next man of culture when it comes to the QB.
Right. When you got ass quarterbacks like Trevor Lawrence, $52 million.
Daniel Jones,
$40 million.
Gets the bag over Saquon.
This is the poster boy.
Saquon Barkley
He's the poster boy.
The New York Giants in order to go get more money.
Right.
Because Daniel Jones took the biggest bag.
Right. Your owner sitting right there saying, "Oh my God, I hope this don't bite us in the ass."
Right. And I don't know.
You knew it was coming.
I don't know if I'll be able to sleep if he goes to Eagles. Well, you got all of it. It doesn't make sense
to your team, to the team in your division, a division rival. Right. Every division is a rivalry game. Every division game is a rivalry game. Every last one of them.
Does it make sense for the NFL quarterback to take up most of the cap and have the highest salary?
Not on every team.
Not on every team.
It shouldn't be on every team.
Not on every team.
He's not the best player on every team. Okay. Or the most important player on every team.
You have a lot of quarterbacks that are at the 20-some percentile hit against the salary. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, it's not every team. It's not every team.
On average, we saw it was 10 to 15% on average.
Absolutely, on average. But again, it's those marginal, because the average factors in the people that's at the bottom of the totem pole, the people that's still on their rookie contracts, which those aren't big salary cap hits, and then you have when you go up to your Genos, and your Baker Mayfields, even though he's going to be commanding once his contract is he up for a contract?
Who?
Baker.
Then I thought they extended him. They extended him last year.
When he come up on another deal, if he performs like he did last year,
he gonna be in that range.
The Buccaneers are gonna be having to pay a hefty fine.
He gonna be in that same
not a hefty fine.
Range.
They're gonna have to pay a hefty contract.
Yeah, he gonna be in the same range.
Put it like this, and this is the scenario that teams find themselves in. Like, again, if you the Chiefs, you don't have no money. You don't have no issues paying the 25% hit. If you the Ravens, the Bills, the Bengals, you know what I'm saying. However, when you Dallas. And you got Micah Parsons,
who's your best player,
coming up on the deal, right? His deal should have been extended last year. But you found yourself in a situation, in a bidding war with Dak, who you could have avoided having to pay that much money if you had went ahead and signed him again. Now, again, this is our situation. It ain't like everybody else's. The follies of Jerry Jones is not the follies of everyone else.
Right.
I get that. So I'm not upset because of that situation. I just understand that even in that situation, even if we had a more competent organization and an owner that would allow a general manager to do his damn job, then you could find yourself like the Falcons found themselves in, having to go out and find a mediocre quarterback and give him top quarterback
$30
money.
million. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Baker signed 3 for $100, so that's a pretty good deal.
That's a deal. That's a good deal. That's what he should be signing for.
That's what he should be making.
30 million. We're not saying that the quarterback shouldn't make the most money, but it shouldn't be that absorbent.
Right.
Dak should have never gotten a 60. So he should never be considered the highest quarterback.
So let me ask y'all, as a fan, let's say your quarterback is mediocre, not going to lead you to a title, but he's solid. Going to get you 10, 11 wins every year.
Tua Tagovailoa, another quarterback.
Are you afraid to not have that dude? I wouldn't be as an owner. I don't get it. I understand supply and demand. So all you out there, you too, I get it. Supply and demand, there's only so many people who can do what they do. I get that.
Justin Herbert, and I'm just naming the quarterback.
Right, but I'm not. Nah, at least with him, I see the talent.
Deshaun Watson.
Tua, no way in hell I was paying Tua $53 million.
Deshaun was on his way. Deshaun
he got derailed.
Right.
Again, that's your bargaining chip, brother. You messed it up. Right. So now you got to earn that back.
But as far
he messed it up, I don't know.
But he had his deal before he messed it up, though.
For the Browns to give him that fully guaranteed,
they were desperate.
Was crazy, but
they were desperate.
They thought they were being the smartest team in the NFL by doing that, because they knew they were getting him out of a situation. And
the Falcons were right there too.
His play in Texas,
he was MVP caliber.
Right. His play in Texas was fire. But mentally he couldn't get over the embarrassment.
He couldn't get back.
Shame.
And I don't think he ever will.
Right. I think it's over for him. I think he got his ride off. Yeah.
But just as an owner, it seems like somebody will have to say, you know what? I'm not doing this.
Somebody got to step up.
Somebody got to step up to the plate and be like, I'm not doing it. You average, bro. If you want $55, $60 million, just because that's where the salary cap is going.
It doesn't look like it. Because if we didn't do it, our coach has the cachet. Our ownership has the cachet. We have tons of better players.
But we had some leverage, though. Because he had made nothing as a 7th round pick.
Okay,
so they had some leverage. You know what I'm saying?
We had way more better players on our team than Brock Purdy, and still do. We have better.
But look what they did to have to do that. Greenlaw out of here. Hufanga out of here.
Y'all lost somebody on the D line too.
Right,
lost a couple
people. Hargrave, Javon Hargrave out of there to Minnesota.
What about
backup running back? Can't pay him the little money that he wanted. He out of here to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying?
Now you one injury away.
The scenario
on your boy, what's his name? McCaffrey.
The scenario you spoke of would you rather have a mediocre quarterback? In my opinion, we have an average quarterback. Before you start jumping on me saying he top 10, all that, we have an average quarterback.
But by definition, average is top 15.
That play
average.
But he had his first season with a relatively healthy squad.
Right. The first two, he was way above average. The first two, way above average. Right.
But
could have won MVP
as an ownership, as a franchise. We should have been looking at that as our players around him are great.
But see, that's the messed up part. The owner said that at the owner meeting. Brock, he said something to the effect of, when you take Brock and accompany him with the team, he's an excellent quarterback. He said it. Right. And still went out and paid him $53 million.
It just makes no sense.
Just because he's the quarterback.
Because he's up next. And that's what they're getting paid.
In actuality, the best player on the team is McCaffrey, but he injury prone.
Right, but then
actually, the best player on the team is Fred Warner.
Warner, there you go.
I go for that, him or Trent. Yep. And him because Trent older now.
Yeah, Trent's on the way out the door.
But
I could definitely go Warner.
Yeah,
McCaffrey.
Yeah,
Williams. And then
Kittle.
I give
Kittle.
Purdy the fourth because he's the quarterback.
Kittle.
Because your quarterback is
He's important. It's a very important position. They touch the ball all the. We all know what they say. They touch the ball every play. We get it.
And up until last year, Kittle pretty much stayed healthy.
Right.
Until last year.
So it's just like at some point, man, some owner has got to say, you know what, bro, you average. If you want more than $35, $45 million, bro,
you got to do more than that.
I'm a franchise you.
Because what you're saying is you are going to carry the team,
right?
Because
you have the ability when everything fucks up.
I either have to rely on a diamond in the rough and unknown, or somebody in the draft, and the rest of the pieces that I can sign with the rest of my salary cap.
Because if not, you better off taking
the salary cap.
At some point, you better off saying, "Let me go take my chance in the draft and see if I can get me a."
And that salary cap number went up from 255 in 2024 to 279.
Right.
Is that the television deal or something?
Yeah.
TV deals that kicked in.
They get them deals in the NFL is different kind of deals, bro.
Yeah. It just the bottom line though, it really doesn't make sense. It does not make sense to make your quarterback the highest paid player
just all the time
when he's not the best player. It really should be whoever your best player is should make the most money. And why are you not doing that in the NFL in today's climate and in the way that they play? To me, it just makes no sense because you're giving them the money. Now you're trying to go out there and sell them. The Jaguars are still trying to sell Trevor Lawrence, and it hadn't panned out. It just hasn't. It just has not panned out.
Or if not making the most money, at least it should be kind of, you know what I'm saying, a little bit closer. As far as the dollar amount, the quarterback shouldn't be making 53, and Fred Warner making what 25.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All three of us agree he probably the best player on the team. Followed closely by McCaffrey.
Making half of what
probably both their contracts combined probably equal.
Right, not even.
To Purdy's.
Not even.
On a yearly basis.
Not even.
It ain't even.
No.
Super crazy.
No.
That makes sense at all.
It's one of those things, man. I don't know, bro. But I don't know what, because this year, Fred Warner, $18 million.
Wow.
53 to 18.
And then then let's look at the others. Why in the hell would the players put up with it? Like, yeah, they should have been saying, hey, man.
Christian McCaffrey, 16.
They should have been like.
They ain't even making what he makes. Both of them combined.
They should have been saying,
and they
hey, man,
far and away the best players on that team. You feel me? Y'all feel me?
This is that bullshit. I ain't playing.
With Brock Purdy. I can see him with Pat Mahomes. And Lamar Jackson. And Josh Allen.
Another 22 for Trent. And you bought there.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
And I understand, Mark. I understand the market structure of the NFL. I get it, but it's out of whack with the QBs.
Out of whack.
It's a bit out of whack to me. You know what I'm saying? At some point, some owner, we need that one owner to say, you know what, bro, you average, bro. Or now, this is the only thing I agree with Nick Wright on with Brock Purdy. He be hating most of the time. I agree. We should have just waited. What's the rush? We didn't have to pay him. They already got it where you can franchise him for 2 years.
Yeah, he was.
I would have to see him this year. He would have performed better than he performed last year.
He'd have definitely caught that franchise.
He would have caught the franchise. I would have paid because I think he would do to make $5 million this year or something. You would have to play on that $5 million, bro. Let's see what happened. And prove to me last year was the aberration. You know what I'm saying? And not the reality right now.
I'm going to get my thoughts on Brock Purdy. I think he and his wife had their first child. I think he might be worse this year. You add.
I don't want to hear these preseason.
I ain't going there, bro. I ain't going there, bro. No,
I don't want to hear that.
I ain't going there, bro. No, I'm not expecting that, brother. I'm not rolling with you on that one.
It's my guess.
No,
because you throw on a whole nother human element.
No,
man, no.
Because of what we've been talking about. If McCaffrey's healthy, he will play very well. I guarantee you. If McCaffrey is healthy, then Brock Purdy will play very well. Mark my words.
If McCaffrey's healthy, is like saying if Embiid is healthy.
At this point, yeah, it's getting close. Yeah, it's getting close.
And tried to told y'all before he wasn't better than Derrick Henry.
I'm just
I retract that. I retract that damn statement because availability got to be a part of it. But man, we got to move on to the next part of state of play for the day. Let's move on to the women's basketball game, the WNBA, sir. And their collective bargaining agreements.
The ladies,
they opted out. Had on their little T-shirts the other day at the All-Star
weekend.
What they say? Pay me or pay us what you owe us.
Pay us what you owe us. That's cool.
I ain't your motherfucking bitch, Nick.
So let's throw some things out there. Let's see. So what do we say? They get 9.3% of the revenue right now, which I'll admit seems a bit low for a pro basketball player. You know what I'm saying?
It's low.
It's low.
9%.
It's low.
But let's also throw in more. They lose $40-50 million every year for damn near 30 years. So let's put that in there too. You can't leave out that fact as well. You know what I'm saying? So in this little tug of war, dog, what you think they deserve?
We never came up with what they was asking for.
Right, because nobody's saying. They just said they want a fair deal. And
they want what Angel Reese said. They want what the men make. You ain't getting that. The men making about
employee. We get it.
They're getting about 53% of basketball related revenue or income, right?
And merchandise, ticket sales, the whole shebang.
And she's a very good all-star level player, but she's new to this game. And she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Because you gotta, and I'll let you get into more of the numbers of what they making and what they making profit wise as annually or since they've been in existence. They've been in existence 20 something years. Yeah. WNBA 30 years. But for me, I think they should get at least from going from 9 because the league has to grow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you would want them. And I know everybody talking about, when it comes to women, and I'm sorry, I am not a chauvinist women, but you're not making what the men
29 years.
29 years. You're not making what you've yet to turn a profit, even though you still deserve money. I think it's growing. You're starting to catch some attention. Caitlin Clark is garnering a lot of national attention and media attention. Asia Wilson has helped. And yes, there have been stars that kind of push the game, but y'all are part of that process of growing the game. You're not, unfortunately, you haven't made it to Magic and Bird level yet to where you saved the WNBA. Right. You are there, though.
They on the way. This group could be that group. You know what I'm saying?
I think a couple more pieces.
Talent coming in.
Yeah, and Juju and Paige Beckers is there now.
Last year and this year and then next year is listen.
I think they're on their way.
They're on the way.
I would say you double and even, maybe even triple. I'm going to go 27%. 20 to 27%.
So from 9 to like 27.
Yeah.
You think would be fair.
24, 25, 26 in that range, no more than 27%. I think that'll be a fair pay.
Because my question is the NBA, because they own about, 50, 60% of the league, whatever, right now. How heavy-handed are they going to be? That's the real question. Because they could be, if they wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? They could be real heavy-handed, be like, nah, we give you 12%. Take it or leave it. What you gonna do? Go back to Russia?
I think that would be
PR nightmare.
PR issue,
right?
Sure.
That's the leverage for them, for real. You know what I'm saying?
So I think they got to get out of. They cannot do that. They can't be heavy-handed. I think they can't do. They can't do less than 20%. They can't do less than 20%.
Yeah, I could. They can. I could go. I could double it to 18 or something.
That's what I was about to say. If your salary is doubled, and we talked about this the other day, we mentioned this.
Well, what's the difference from 18 to 20? Just to improve the publicity.
No, if what you make now, if your salary is double, you're gonna be a happy man. But double the salary. Right? That's going to make them happy. That's more money across the board. But do a shorter
deal.
Right.
Do a shorter
deal. Like that.
Come back to the table.
4 or 5 years instead of 10 or something, right?
What you normally do, you get to see what the other teams have brought in, see if we got more eyeballs.
Because if I'm an owner, I want to know, is it just Caitlin?
So
that's what I want to know.
My fear is they come in and get a
but look at what you're saying though,
and get a huge increase, and it
fall off,
cripples the league because what you're anticipating, because
doesn't
when
happen.
You get a TV deal, that's anticipation. They're trying to project
more eyes, right?
That's what they're doing. Now they can do that in the NBA because it's the NBA. It's already been proven that money
NFL, its eyes are going to be there.
Established fans, the fan base. Okay, the fan base growing. The TV eyeballs is growing off of what they just had happen in college. Okay, great. You're adding new teams. That's the thing that the women are actually looking at. They're seeing all these. You're going to add teams. Well, you got to have money if you add a team. Okay, we get all that. But my fear is that if you go in there trying to, get what G is talking about, 27, 30%, I just think it has there's a chance, I think.
But their salary cap. That means every team, the max they can give is $1.5 million, right? That means that'll shoot up to $3 million. Now, how they pay it is kind of crazy, but you telling me that Asia Wilson don't deserve more than $400,000? That's if you double her salary, because right now she's making $2 million. She don't deserve more than $400,000.
Deserve is a strong word for me, dog. That's a strong word for me.
How you gonna jump into
deserve
millions?
I mean,
I didn't say the million.
I'm just asking where you get
at least
where does the deserve come from?
Deserve based on their performance.
So what's wrong with $200,000 based on a league that's losing $50 million?
You got a point. What I'm saying though is that even though they're losing money, they are still at some point making a push to. It's an investment because they're growing. They wouldn't be, if it was that big of a deal, they wouldn't be looking to expand by 5 teams.
Oh, no, I agree. By 2030.
So it's an investment on your product, and your product is the players, right?
And then the
product is the players.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? With that investment, you're looking for that play to improve. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for more opportunities for more women to bring to improve the brand.
Let's talk about that. Stay right there for a minute. You said for the play to improve. So I wanted to take. So when all this goes down and they get their extra money, whatever it is, right now ticket prices I think are around under $30 still for a lot of these games, because I check them sometimes just to see.
Except for Caitlin Clark.
Right, except for her games, exactly. So when that goes up,
they whoop.
Is your average American consumer willing to pay $75 to go see a WNBA game? We're going to find out.
See, that's what I was.
We're going to find out. You know what I'm saying? When these ticket prices go up to $60 or whatever, $55, are people still willing to go watch this product? Would you go see a WNBA game for, let's say you're going to take your family, let's say let's say 3. Would you pay $225 to go see a WNBA?
If I had, again, it would depend on my interest level.
You tripping? The answer is no.
No, you ain't even let me. You
ain't even watch it. No. You gonna go pay?
Again, you didn't let me finish. I didn't say me. I just said I'm trying to.
But he asking you.
I'm trying to put it in an aspect of somebody that is.
I'm saying you're the kind of consumer that they need to get. So that's why I'm asking you, would you go?
Well, they still need other consumers too, because all of the people that their demographic probably are not going now. You know what I'm saying? But
right, that's why I'm asking you. But you're in that demographic.
I'm not in that demographic.
Because you're not going. You love sports. You love basketball. Why don't you go to their game?
Let me tell you this. Let me say this. If September started playing basketball, and I wanted her to see
his daughter
WNBA games, hell yeah, I would do it. Hell yeah. So for the consumers that have daughters that are playing sports, and I probably would now, you know what I'm saying, if she shows some interest as far as female sports is concerned. But most definitely if I had a daughter that plays sports. So if we have all these,
okay, she in soccer. Know anybody? She in soccer, she ain't in basketball. Would you go now? $225, would you pay it to go watch?
$225?
That's $75 a ticket, whatever that is, whatever that math is. $225.
depending on who was playing in the WNBA. If they was here in Birmingham, would I go to Atlanta? Is there a team in Atlanta? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't necessarily go to Atlanta, but if it was in
their team in Atlanta.
If they was playing in Birmingham, I would go.
They call it Atlanta Dream. They're the Dream.
I would go.
Okay, I wouldn't. I'm not driving to go watch them play.
If she was playing,
now if they came here like you said, I would.
That's what I'm saying. But
I'm
now,
not going to Atlanta.
If she was playing basketball, I would go to Atlanta. I would take her to a Dream game.
Right.
Jerry,
so I got a question for you about this WNBA shit. And I know it's going to be a little off-putting to some people, G. You know what I'm saying? But I have to ask the question. Because in conversations, when you talk about the WNBA, it always comes up. What part of the prevalent, some would say pervasiveness of lesbianism, what part does that play in some people not wanting to watch the game, not wanting to go to the games?
What people are you talking about, though?
And see, this is the thing for me. I've heard, like, you get online, sometimes you'll see some people say, oh, that's homophobic this, homophobic that. But I don't think that is that. I think both sides of that argument have to respect the other's position. You know what I'm saying? If you're in that community and I'm a Christian or whatever, if I believe it's a sin, you have to respect that from me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me. But we both have to respect the other's position. And that sometimes I think is the problem some people who are Christians have with that community. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody to respect your thoughts and your opinions, and that's fine. I do personally. Do what you want. Do what you feel. But on the other hand of that, respect me too and what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So how do they get, or can they get, those fans to come out? Is it an issue? I guess is the question I'm asking. Is that a problem for them?
It would be for the far right.
But I'm not far right.
Well, you're far right on that on that specific subject. You are.
Well, why? Why is that far? Why is that far right?
If it's in okay, so you wouldn't be far right if you respect it, disagree with it, but respect it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's not the reason that you're not watching the WNBA.
Right.
Now, you wouldn't be far right. You know what I'm saying? You don't agree with the lifestyle, but if you're watching it regardless, then you're not far right. You're just far right on the subject of the LGBTQ, whatever the letters.
Right.
Or whatever.
Or if, let's say, a father doesn't want to expose his children to that. I think you were making an example earlier. Yeah. You had an example of a friend.
Yeah, I have, I got friends and family that, spread the gambit on this issue.
Right. I think we all do.
We all know
we all do. You know what I'm saying? We all do.
Or homosexual. That's
right.
I have lesbian friends that play ball that don't follow the league. I have straight female friends and family that have played ball that don't follow the league.
You would have to ask them though why they don't follow it, because that's
right. I'm talking specifically to that issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that a big? Is that an issue for them? But that they have to deal with?
It would be. It is an issue that they have to deal with because they're trying to grow the game, so they have to
address it.
The product has to be appealing to
the masses,
broad base of people,
right? And
you're not going to browbeat people into accepting your way of life and your lifestyle. Hold on now.
No, I'm just saying that part of what you're saying is I absolutely agree with.
How you feel about it, that doesn't apply to you because you don't hold that against them.
Right.
That's not your beliefs. You just think it's wrong.
Right.
But that's not your belief that they're evil and that you can't put your children in front of it. Or is it? I don't know. Because I don't think it's a lifestyle that I agree with either. However, people are people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hold it against.
Yeah, I've never seen them
expose my daughter to it.
Right, I've never seen them like.
And I've kind of grown
after games kissing or anything. Let's just put it there. I've never seen them doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be afraid to take my daughter.
The way that they dress or something like that. What is it?
Not just that, but let's say your daughter starts following the game. Let's take her for example. She starts following the game. Of course, she's going to follow her favorite stars and their lives on social media. Would that of some people that would bother if they saw they went to your daughter is going
to that.
Right.
But see, that's the old school way of thinking. They are way more exposed to this type of stuff at a younger age than where we were ever exposed to. I remember in high school, you know what I'm saying? It was maybe one or two females that were outwardly gay, maybe. And I'm going to take that back. The one that we all knew was gay was not outwardly gay. And she was a basketball star. But she wasn't outwardly gay. You know what I'm saying? And it was I'm shocked that you didn't know that she was gay. No, because you know what I'm saying? It was a conversation I had with a friend of mine. And, you know what I'm saying? She was like, it didn't come out like that. Right. I'm like, she used to hoop. You know what I'm saying? She carried herself. She hooped with men. She would beat men and playing basketball all the time. And I'm like, I'm surprised that you didn't have an inkling that she was gay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, and I brought all that up to say that when I was in high school, it wasn't in my high school. I can't speak for your high school or your high school. I went to high school, graduated in 95. It wasn't out there like that. It wasn't out there like that.
Right.
But now, I guarantee you're going to see girls going to prom together, and people being more outwardly
I've seen that.
Gay.
I've seen it just watching these kids going to prom.
So your kids are already exposed to it. So what are you really saying? You know what I'm saying? Is that an issue for you off the top, or is it just that you're scared to expose your kids to it?
As far as the WNBA, it's accepted now more than ever.
Right.
I mean, you know, you got
Brittany Griner and all these people that's married.
You have teammates that are dating now and openly dating, interracial teammates dating.
Yeah, because the one girl is dating the girl at UConn. That's still at UConn, the Fudd girl.
Right.
Her girlfriend is in the WNBA.
Right, that's Paige Becker's.
Paige Becker's girlfriend. They were dating each other at Connecticut.
Her teammates from last year.
Is that an issue? Is them dating within the team? Because companies don't want you to do that.
Yeah, right.
It's not an issue. They fully embrace. I just said the
WNBA fully embraced.
Fully
should have.
Yeah, because there was two teammates on the team who were dating.
The WNBA has fully embraced it. We have Birmingham's own DeWanna Bonner, who is with who just finally got back with her girlfriend, Alyssa Thomas. They're back reunited with the Mercury. It's fully embraced in the WNBA. As far as us, the viewer, and then families, and then men like yourself that have daughters or whatnot that wouldn't want that type of influence. What I would say is, because I have a cousin who said the same thing about his daughter. What I would say is that picking up off where you left off, saying that today kids are exposed to more now than they ever were. And that's true. That's advancement in learning, right? In learning anything. That's just advancement. I would say that we're not the same as we were when we grew up. When we experienced or witnessed or learned about gay and lesbianism, and the same thing for your child. Whenever they're exposed to it, because it's going to happen, they're going to be exposed to it at some point. What's the harm in it?
My daughter's exposed to it already because one of her friends, there's two dads.
there it is. Whether it's
so she already.
That's kind of where I was going. Whether it be a WNBA game or whether it's at school, whether it's at church these days.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
At some point, I think it's a good thing that the WNBA, because you got to think about it. The W wasn't like this. They weren't open with their relationship
when it first started
years ago. When they first started,
right.
And now it's it's fully accepted.
I don't see it as a problem.
They've leaned into it, and I think it's going to help them. The people that are not, because that's a fan base. If you look into the crowds, that fan base is there.
Yeah.
If you look into
what we're talking about is growing the fan base.
Right.
What Dante was asking was that growth, is that limited because there's a percentage of people that won't accept it
no matter what.
But again, those aren't basketball fans anyway. Most of them aren't basketball fans anyway.
I don't agree.
How can you say that they are?
I don't agree.
The WNBA
I don't agree.
Is not going to be any different.
I don't think it's going to be impacted by lesbians.
I'm saying I'm not sure that it will either. What I'm saying is there's a segment that you probably would like to reach some of that you're not going to. Because it's so prevalent, like you just said a second ago.
I don't think it's a large,
because it's so pervasive.
The ones that
there's a group that's going to say, that ain't me.
That group is not going to come near the WNBA anyway. They've never been fans.
It's going to be the same group that don't like the NBA because of the amount of black players in it. That's probably the same group of people.
Coming.
So let me ask you this: what about I ain't gonna say who said it with me, and the person was talking. He said, "Man, this is verbatim. I don't watch this shit. They trying to be like dudes, and they not as talented. They look like dudes, and they ain't as talented." I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And this is a person who likes sports. This is a person who. This is not one of those people that y'all talking about. I'm talking about basketball fans, football fans like us.
I'm more of the second part of what he said. They ain't as talented than the fact that
they're not feminine enough. Is basically what he was trying to say.
I would like for it. Okay, this is what I think.
That is not like watching women play basketball.
And I wanted
is what he was saying.
And I wanted to kind of, we was just leaving out the topic, but what they need is somewhat the Angel Reese's of the world. The sex appeal. Sorry.
It's part of it.
It's part of it, Jerry. It's part of the sex appeal is needed. You also need more straight women to publicize their relationship.
I'm glad we finally went there.
That's stupid.
Because
that's just
that ain't stupid, Jerry.
Let me finish.
All right.
So you doing revisionist history. When it first started, that was part of it, G. Swoops. That was part of it. That was part of the reason motherfuckers was watching. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Jerry, you can say all.
I don't know if that was the reason though.
It was part of it
because she was one of one.
It was part of it.
Cynthia Cooper.
It was part of it. But that's the second part. Cooper hoop like a dude.
Y'all way off.
That was the other part. This both part of the WNBA.
Y'all way off.
Caitlin Clark's game is the reason you watch it.
Yeah,
but it's about Angel Reese. It's starting to be the game, but what's the other part of it that people like watching? Why she got 4 point, whatever. Sex appeal. It's part of it, dog.
It's
just part of it.
Jerry.
You don't want to admit it because you love ball like that.
We're talking about the growth.
We're talking about growing the game. We're not just talking about the game. That's a whole separate conversation.
Because if it stay where it's at now, it's not going to.
It's not going to grow.
It's not going to grow, and it's not going to get to what they wanted to get to.
Because it's not going to be enough. Caitlin Clarks and Juju.
Yeah, they got to put Asia Wilson's and Bam Adebayo's relationship on Front Street just as much, not to diminish, you know what I'm saying, the lesbian relationships and none of that, but they got to have a balance. Right, they got to balance it.
Right,
they got to balance it. Skylar Diggins, I think she's another one. Skylar Diggins, she dates a male, right?
I think so.
Y'all way the fuck off. Listen, Lord have mercy. Listen, there is nobody, and I mean there is nobody turning to a WNBA game thinking I'm about to watch some sexy chicks run up and down this court. Nobody.
Not anymore.
It's not. It's not.
I ain't saying that.
No.
It's never been the case.
Jerry,
Okay?
you mean to tell me?
Greg, chill out. It's never been the case. In fact, when the WNBA, when they first started, I remember the interview. There's an interview with Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi, and they're reflecting, talking about how the WNBA itself tried to pitch like that. They had her, they had Sue, Diana Taurasi, and a couple other stars. They put them in lipstick. They put them in some more feminine clothing, and they tried to, let that be an ad. And of course it didn't work. It wasn't natural for them, and they've never turned back to that. Now, if you want to talk about the Angel Reese's, who's in her own time, who's turned up her Instagram, and the other ones that are doing it, it's not even sex appeal that she's trying to sell.
What the hell else is it then?
What's bullshit?
What's she selling, Jerry?
I call
It's
bullshit.
not even sex appeal that she's trying to sell.
Thirst trapping?
Bullshit.
I'm about to say it. She's not selling. She's not trying to sell sex appeal. What she's doing is the same thing some of these NBA players are doing. Is trying to appeal to the fashion world
With her clothes off.
It's not about.
Okay.
She don't have no pictures with her clothes off. So stop.
Man,
I'm talking about with her ass and stuff. Come on, Jerry. Stop being so damn literal. You know what the fuck I'm saying, dog.
It's fashion.
Yeah, with your ass out.
It's fat. Just like these dudes are carrying purses, it's considered fashion.
With your ass out.
When she's had,
you ain't seen her on TikTok with her bikini on, doing that little hip twerking dance.
With your ass out, right?
She's in a bikini, and I've seen.
You ain't seen her. I've seen another video where she's slow motion and she goddamn licking her lips and shit.
Right, come on,
grinding
dog.
sexually.
Man,
Come on, man. She said,
be for real. She's into her sexuality, and that's fine.
That's fine.
And that's fine.
That's fine.
That's
I love
part of it. I love it too.
I love it. I just wanted her to get her hoop game on. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here trying to thirst trap and then you trash on the floor.
What she's doing off the court,
offensively,
and what she's doing on the court, it's just too.
Well, we're just giving our opinion on how they can help grow the game, dog. That's all.
The way that the WNBA is gonna grow is no different than how the NBA has grown. It's no different. It's with the fans of these girls in college following them to the pros. That is the way the game is going to grow.
Let's be real.
No, it grows from them getting to the WNBA and being superstars.
The game was the game. There were
the biggest jump that we have ever seen in the WNBA has come with Caitlin Clark. Where did her freaking fans come from? They came from following her college career, and they follow her on into the WNBA.
You're missing an important point. They started to follow her the moment that her and Angel Reese got into it.
I was just about to say, it would have never happened. That's not
true.
It would have never been on that goddamn scale.
With the same thing with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson growing in the NBA.
Yes, it is.
The racial element. It's always something different that grows, especially in basketball.
It's not true.
Especially in basketball.
And it's not true.
Because a lot of the basketball,
that is not true.
What do you mean it's not true?
It's not
got a whole documentary about Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. I'm talking about the Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark. We've already covered this shit. First of all, she had a following. Caitlin Clark had a following at Iowa because of how she played basketball. The pitch. Angel Reese had a following. Diana Taurasi had a following.
The pitch that the media grabbed a hold on to, which the media helped.
What are we talking about?
The viewership of her games almost tripled after that incident with them at LSU. Get out of here, dog. The facts are the facts.
Because the media,
but they weren't covering her like that until afterwards.
We have already said, and now we're looking like some freaking hypocrites because we have had the conversation. We have had the actual conversation of saying that it's not any type of animosity between them.
Who?
Hold on. We have.
Hold on. I think you need to go back and watch.
We never said that race didn't play a part in what's going on. I didn't.
I said that there was some animosity.
We said that.
I said that Angel Reese had some obvious hate toward Caitlin Clark. I said that.
We said.
So don't put me in the hypocrite bucket.
We said that the media trying to make it that. That's what we said. The media was trying to make it that. And it was not,
it the media or was it her fans' reactions toward Angel Reese?
Right.
That carried this conversation, which again is an element of race. Jerry, you cannot take that away from the reason that LSU and that Iowa game in the championship series wasn't huge and didn't carry that into the next season.
It wasn't about the racial element.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't about the racial.
That's just like saying that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird.
That right there became
rivalry wasn't because of race.
That's the word. The rivalry is what carried that into those 2 years. It became a rivalry.
Why? Why did it become a rivalry? Because they were two different players.
Right. You got to drill down. Why is that a rivalry? They not, and most people didn't even think equal players.
Exactly.
Because it was an LSU team that was considered a favorite, and you had an Iowa team that wasn't considered a favorite, but they were a damn good team. They were a damn good team.
All right,
we're gonna have to leave it there.
Yeah.
We're gonna agree to disagree.
Yeah, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one
because we got more state of play to do.
Are we done with the state of play?
That is it for this week.
Done with the
But we will be back with state of play. Oh, the NFL and college football coming, though. A lot of stuff to discuss on both of those. A lot more to discuss. But we got to talk about one more thing. We missed it last week. Bleacher Report.
Yeah, them top 100
Top
rankings,
100.
baby.
NBA. We didn't get to hit it last week.
Before we get started into that, who was number 2 again?
Who cares?
Who was number 2 again? Who have I been saying was number 2?
What did Ricky Bobby say?
LeBron James.
What did Ricky Bobby say?
Hey, that was in that doesn't.
What did Ricky Bobby say?
That's for competition, sir.
What did Ricky Bobby say?
That's not right.
It is competition.
That's not. So we might as well just throw the whole list away then.
Damn right. Everybody but number 1.
Why the fuck why would we do that? Why would we do that?
Man, we ain't got time to be talking about that, man. Let's get to it, man.
Nash is 35 and Allen Iverson is 36. So what do you saying?
I got a problem with the list, though.
That's the question, man.
I got some problems with the list.
What's your biggest problem?
Let's start with this hater over here first.
Okay.
Let's start.
Jared, what's your biggest problem with the
biggest hater?
I figured you say your boy right off rip.
I hate the way that you walk right off rip. As he waiting last.
My biggest.
I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk.
To me,
what's that Kendrick
truly the most egregious is Jason Tatum.
I knew he was going. I was about to say I know where you starting.
Jason Tatum at 93.
That should be the problem right there.
Paul George at 78 is insane to me. You got Pete Maravich all the way down at 77. That's ridiculous.
Why is it such? Why do y'all feel like
you got Paul George
over Jason Tatum is such an issue? Now I can understand your. Is it? Hold on. Let me ask you this.
Well,
is it Tatum?
You about to sound like the dumbest basketball person ever?
No, I didn't say I disagreed. I just saying there were other issues with this list for that to be my top 3. My question would be. Is it that Jason Tatum is too low or Paul George is too high? I can agree with you that Paul George should not be ranked higher than Jason Tatum. I can go there. I can make a case for PG.
I almost want to say Paul George shouldn't be on the list. But, yeah, Jason Tatum is definitely too low.
Then that's what my issue is right there.
He's too low. Jason Tatum.
So where should he be? And I'm not gonna say a straight. Where should he be? Should he be in the 80s? Should he be in the 70s? Because you're saying he shouldn't be in the 90s. Where should he be? 80s or 70s? Because I'm definitely not going higher than that. I really want to say in the 80s.
The thing that we need.
So give me some of the names he should be in front of.
The thing that we need. I will. The thing that we need that we don't have, and this is key, very key, is criteria for this list. We don't have the criteria for this list because if you're talking about play-wise, he's better than.
Well, because we can't speak for their criteria, so speak for your criteria. Speak to your criteria, because what I want to do is have some consistency in your argument, sir. I want to have some consistency in your argument.
My criteria has always been about play, impact, and production. And then
I can give it to you, though, if you would like it.
As well as accolades.
I can tell you what they took into account.
Okay, let's go.
The totality of each player's NBA career, cumulative and average stats, awards, playoffs, championships, cultural impact, and overall greatness.
So the last two.
Cultural impact is just
cultural impact and overall greatness. Is that what you said? The last two are kind of subjective. How do you
overall greatness?
Yeah, how do you judge that?
Especially with the ones
the same way we do all the time.
But especially with
okay, so let's define that. Let's try to define how they meant overall greatness.
For me, when I look at stuff like that, I think this is just me. I think it's that thing where people say eye test.
The eye test.
You know what I'm saying? Just the overall greatness of the player when you watch them play.
And for me, overall impact, it can't be measured, but it is. You know it when you see it.
Yeah, cultural impact. That's something.
Cultural impact.
That's just something totally different. But for me, when they say overall greatness,
you know it when you see it.
Right.
You know
right.
We're not talking about did he change the culture of the society or something like that, but the cultural impact to basketball. Where was your impact to basketball?
Cultural impact shouldn't even be.
I agree.
That's different than what you're saying.
I agree.
Impact on the game and the ability to change the game or adding.
It should be changed to impact on the game.
That cultural impact should not even be considered. That don't even make sense when you're trying to determine.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that sentiment. I think it's overall greatness should encompass cultural impact. Like if you want to add that as a percentage of his overall greatness, you know what I'm saying? Like Bill Russell's cultural impact to moving, civil rights, the civil rights movement, or LeBron James' impact on player empowerment, or Michael Jordan's impact on endorsement deals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's when you're going into stuff that's off the fucking court.
But that's what I assume they're assessing with cultural impact. So what I'm saying
or are they talking about basketball culture?
Could be. But what I'm saying is that all of that should be included in the pie for overall greatness, is all I'm saying. But let's get back to your problems. Where you got Tatum? 80s, 70s?
I
know you ain't saying the 60s.
Are you jumping him in front of Manu?
I think
he's a better player.
I think Tatum is right where he needs to be in the 90s.
He's a better player in the
90s, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because of his disappearing act in the championship game.
Greg? That's what I want.
Hey, I'm just
waiting on your answer.
Every time you ask me a question, this nigga open his mouth and answer for me. I just don't understand what's going on.
We waiting on your answer. You over here
how about you just
taking your damn time. We ain't got time for that today.
And he asked me. How about that? Let's start there first of all.
We trying to move the conversation along.
Let's start there.
See, you took 2 seconds. The mic went.
But I think they said championships. I think just some of these people, some of them is easy. I think multiple championships, and he only has the one. That's a part of it. So I think it's so early in his career. It's about right. I'm with G. It's about right.
Manu Ginobli is not a better basketball player than Jason Tatum.
He's had a better career.
You out of your
He had a better career. People forget Manu at his best.
You out of your mind.
Manu accepted a lesser role. He didn't have to do that. He accepted that because of the Spurs culture. So he accepted that. Manu could have put up those kind of numbers if he wanted.
Jason Tatum.
He could have put up numbers. If you watch basketball and you know basketball, Manu could have put up numbers. If he had played like that and not accepted that role that he did, he could have put up numbers.
Manu Ginobli was placed into the starting lineup. Why don't you two gentlemen, since y'all don't know shit about it, go look at it and look at his numbers in the starting lineup and compare compare it to what Jason Tatum has done. Jason Tatum has averaged 30 in the league. What are y'all talking about?
So
the man has been the best player on his team since he been in the game. What you mean? How can it be when we talking about the fucking play?
Hold on, we can't say he been the best player on this league since he entered.
I said he
on
been
his
the
team.
best player. You right. When his
because it was one season that you damn sure was saying Jaylen Brown was better than him.
Hold on. First of all,
stop it.
First of all, I ain't never said that. I ain't never said Jaylen Brown was better than Jason Tatum because he ain't never been better than Jason Tatum ever in his basketball career. When Jaylen Brown came to the team, Jaylen Brown's role was to be a defensive first player. His role was never to come into the league and lead the Boston Celtics. Now, he developed into a better player, and because Jason Tatum shrunk in the finals 2 years in a row, basically, Jaylen Brown stepped up and led. Jason Tatum has.
So how much do you get dinged for that?
Jason Tatum. I ding him a lot because if you remember just the other day when I commented on this, I said if we're talking about player for player, Jason Tatum is a better player than Chauncey Billups. But if you ask me which one of them dudes I want in the finals on my team, I'm gonna pick Chauncey Billups. I said that in the group.
The jury's still out on Jason Tatum.
Manu Ginobili he's never been asked to lead a team. He's never been asked to be the second best player on a team. He's never led a team in scoring. That's hard to do in the NBA. That's hard to do. I'm gonna say
this whole leader of the team with Jason Tatum is marginal. It's marginal. That team plays with more pieces or has played with more pieces than to just say this is a Jason Tatum led
y'all
team.
Keep doing this, you're gonna chip away.
You're gonna
get off the tip. The subject is
what problems you have with
who is y'all well no, you asked me a second question. You asked me who is Jason Tatum better than, and I'm trying to get done with the list and I keep getting interrupted when I'm trying to get it done. To me,
Manu Ginobili, we disagree. Go ahead. My bad. Go
ahead, man. I'm good. Go ahead.
Is he better than Jimmy?
Good. Go, man.
I'm good.
He better than Jimmy?
All Jimmy?
I'm good.
We gonna keep doing it. There's about 800 folks on this list, man.
I'm just saying, what's your biggest issue?
My biggest issue is I would Allen Iverson being outside of the top 30 is one of my issues. James Harden being inside the top 40 is one of my issues, and being ranked higher than AI. Isaiah Thomas not being in the top 20 is one of my issues. But my biggest issue is Kobe Bryant not being in the top 10. I think they got their top 20 just about right, except for Isaiah Thomas. But Kobe Bryant not being in the top 10 is pretty much invalidates the list to me.
That's a hard pill to swallow. I agree with that one. I saw it and I was like, that's a kind of hard pill to swallow on how you can make that argument. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see a way. Especially now, looking at their criteria, I just don't see a way you can make that argument.
Especially you talk about cultural impact.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right.
That should have trumped.
Now that I've read that, you know what I'm saying? Right.
Over Kobe.
All right, let's see. Let me get down to the bottom.
They got the usual Bill, Wilt, Larry Bird, Magic, Kareem, Bron, Jordan, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. That's my top 10. And I got them in different orders. But I got 1, 2, and 3, Mike, Bron, and Kareem. At 4, I got Magic. At 5, this is where I differ from a lot of people. I got Shaq. At 6, I got Kobe. 7, I got Bird. 8, I got Tim. No, I'm going to take that back. 7, I got Tim Duncan. 8, I got Bird. 9, Wilt and Bill. And we already talked about Bill. Bill is just, you know what I'm saying, as one of the forefathers of the game or the modern NBA.
What he meant to the game.
That's
why he gets on there for real a lot of times.
For me. But That's a whole. We didn't have that argument.
Yeah.
Kobe at 11 just don't sit right, man.
Yeah, I tend to agree. You know what I'm saying?
And they got Steph in there.
I tend to agree. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Steph fan. I like Steph, but yeah, no. And I got a problem with one person even being on the list.
In the top 10?
In the top 100.
Who? Draymond Green?
You already know. Fuck he doing on the list.
I don't know, man.
Top 100 in the history of NBA basketball is Draymond Green. I can't name many people on this list not better than Draymond Green. It's hard to find them. It's hard to find. Okay, if you picking players, you starting your team. This is the first pick. All these players, give me the people you pick. Give me one you pick after Draymond.
I mean,
hard to other than them old ass niggas. Maybe
86, right? What was
83 maybe or something. Other than maybe them real old dudes, you know, that none of us saw. You know what I'm saying? In the 40s.
I was surprised that Chris Bosh was so high.
Yeah,
I thought he would be in.
But you take him over Draymond, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
If you starting your team, and see, that's how I'm looking at this. If I'm starting a team,
where would
Draymond be on this list?
Let's see, Pete Maravich, Paul George.
I'm just trying to find.
I might take Draymond over Paul George.
Get the fuck out of here, dog. You on that shit, dog. To start your franchise.
Yeah, and then
if you're starting the franchise,
another player that was so high. Another player that was so high, and this is more. I think this was a projection. Grant Hill.
Oh yeah. They always had the what ifs on these lists, though. You know what I'm saying? They always play what if.
Grant Hill. I mean, yeah, he would. If he had a career, not injured, he would have had some better numbers. Probably a little bit more accolade. What is 5-time All-NBA, 7-time All-Star? That's big. We gotta.
It's crazy. I'm still here listening to two niggas that don't know shit about basketball for real, dog. I'm talking about for real.
Hey, y'all feel with that shit.
Y'all niggas is tripping.
How you figure?
And I don't even go blast like that. Y'all niggas is tripping.
On what exactly?
What are we
gonna
tripping
start
about?
Number one. Anybody, and respectfully, man, but y'all know the shit y'all know what the fuck y'all talking about when you say Ginobili is a better basketball.
Oh, we going backwards.
Than Jason
He was
Tatum.
88. Draymond was 88.
You don't know shit about the game if you say that. I'm just telling you that. Pau Gasol is not better than Jason Tatum.
He way too high for me too.
He's not.
He way too high for me.
Paul Gasol, where they got him at?
I just saw him a second ago.
He's at 62.
Yeah, he was too high for me.
Yeah, that's a bit high.
Yeah, it's a bit high.
That's a bit high.
Yeah, it's a bit high.
He should be outside the top 75 for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Nah, I actually agree with you on that.
Chris Webber should be up a little bit further than 90. For sure. But I mean, what are you talking about though, Jerry? Manu, okay. Your biggest issue is Manu. So you see, but everybody Bleacher Report.
No. Don't tell me what my biggest issue is. My biggest issue is anybody that thinks that he's better than Jason Tatum and you have absolutely no proof. Manu Ginobili has been what? What's his highest achievement? What? All-Star and what? Maybe 6th Man of the Year?
But see, I'm not looking at the list the way you are. Again, it's just like the things we're doing with the playoff teams. I'm looking at it complete. I'm looking at this as a career thing.
Even if you look at it as a career.
His career he got way more rings. What are you talking about?
As a 6th man,
I don't care.
He is
5 rings.
He is.
I don't care.
He is
4 rings, whatever. I don't care.
Jamal Crawford.
I don't
That's
care.
who he is. He's Jamal Crawford.
I don't care.
And Jamal Crawford is damn sure
but we know that Manu
Jason
Ginobili coming off the bench was more of a strategic thing. You mean to tell me Manu couldn't have started?
I just told both of y'all niggas to look at his stats when he was in the star lineup.
What were they? Tell me.
They ain't close to Jason Tatum.
So
that's
you
what
mean
I'm telling you.
No, that ain't the quick. You mean to tell me if he took the same amount of shots per game as your boy, he couldn't average 25, 28 points?
No, if he could, he would do it.
No, get the fuck out of here.
You
don't know basketball. Then you don't know no fucking basketball.
He playing with
If you thought on the Spurs, he could take 30 shots, you're a damn lie.
If he could, he could do.
Then you don't know basketball. You wasn't watching basketball. Then you wasn't watching.
Jason Tatum
on the team with Tim Duncan. Jason Tatum, Popovich's offense. He was not going to shoot 30 times a game.
20 times a game.
Is the best player on a perennial. Going to a perennial
where he gets to shoot the ball 28 times a game.
Here, this is what I'm gonna need you to do.
Eastern Conference.
I'm gonna need you to take the Boston Celtics out of your mouth and grow some balls on this about Jason Tatum, man.
Ginobili is not a better bet.
I know that's your guy. I know that's your guy and that's your team, and we're not saying that that Jason Tatum don't deserve to be in the top 100.
I have watched and listened to at least 6 or 7 podcasts.
Why we can keep this become the Manu and Jason?
At least 6 or 7 podcasts, and you know what they say? Anybody that thinks Manu Ginobili is a better basketball player than Jason Tatum don't know shit about basketball. Period.
Who had a better career? Who's had a more successful career to this point?
You killed a whole segment.
To this point.
You killed a whole segment.
To this point, who had the more successful career?
When basketball fans
to this point.
And they see y'all. And
because I can explain why I have in my head. I can explain why I have in my head.
Tell you, when you talking
career-wise, who's had the more successful career to this point?
When you talking about who had the most successful career, right? Manu Ginobili's career is over, right?
Right.
You're saying that he had a better career to this point.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
This far,
Jason Tatum still playing his. Right. Yeah, he couldn't surpass him.
You're saying,
and let's see what he looks like going forward.
You're saying that
after the Achilles.
You're saying that he has a better career than Jason Tatum
to this point.
Yes,
far.
Based on this criteria that I gave you.
Because he has more he's on a team that has more rings than Jason Tatum. Right?
He was a key figure. He wasn't no regular bench player.
Right.
He wasn't a role player. And if you try to say that he's a role player because he came off the bench, then you don't know basketball.
Listen to the words that I said at the very beginning when I first started and you asked me about this. Listen to the words that I said, and I'm going to tell you what the fuck y'all two niggas said.
We're going too far long on this, though.
And I'm going to tell you what y'all two niggas said after I said what I said. Y'all asked me a question, and I said that Manu Ginobili is not a better player than Jason Tatum. Both of y'all said he was. And then this cat started trying to tell me about his overall career. When that ain't what I said. I said he's a better player. So don't tell me.
What was the first thing that y'all asked me? What did you ask? What did y'all ask? What were they going by? What's the criteria?
Dante, why are you talking to me about his career?
Because we're talking about their criteria.
We're talking about the rankings.
We're talking about.
Why are you talking to me about his overall career?
What's the name of this segment? What are we talking about?
Bleacher Report rankings.
Based on what?
Based on the criteria that they.
Did I read those criteria?
You did read those.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Did I read that criteria?
He ain't better than Jason Tatum.
They got him ranked.
You can list everything.
And again, like I said, if Manu played in an offense that was catered to him, and only him,
he wouldn't
with a bunch of shooters.
He wouldn't average 30 points a game.
I guarantee he'd be 25 plus.
What's Jason Tatum's
career? I guarantee he'd be 25 plus.
23 points a game.
What's Jason Tatum?
23. Stop it, man. You acting like this dude done won several. He done. Has he been a Finals MVP? Has he been an MVP? Has he been in the top 3 of MVP discussions? You talking like this man got a career that's goddamn unmatched,
unparalleled around this bitch. Man, get the hell out of here!
Come on, man, get the Boston Celtics out your mouth. What's your next biggest argument, man?
And you even said fold up like a cheap 10 in the finals.
Exactly.
Like, come on, dog.
I wish we could show all these damn Facebook posts.
Jason Tatum has been.
When he wanted them booted off the team, break them up.
Jason Tatum has been top 5 in MVP conversation twice. He's also been 6th in MVP voting twice. Let's look at Manu Ginobili. Let's look at Manu Ginobili.
But yeah, we got to move on. We can't stay on the same day.
Yes.
We're going to be crazy about this.
Let's look at
I've been waiting to hear the rest of his issues.
Let's look at Manu Ginobili.
We not talking about Manu and JT no more, man.
Manu Ginobili.
Mr. Wave Nouveau.
Right, Mr. You don't love Tatum
Manu
anyway.
Ginobili.
Do you got an issue with Kobe being out the top 10?
Yeah.
All right. We're in agreement there. Do we have an issue with Isaiah Thomas being outside the top 20?
He always borderline 20 to me.
Why?
I think he should be in, though.
Why?
I think he should be in.
The dude that beat Bird, beat Magic, beat Mike. That guy.
Isaiah Thomas is probably not probably, but he's in the top 15. 20.
Thank you. Hey, that's what I'm saying.
15 a bit high. 15 a bit high.
No sir, no sir. I'm not. They done moved Jokic over this guy. They done moved Dirk over this guy. Let's see who else they done moved over.
Let's see. Okay, let's get out of there because he behind all them. Hold on.
KG.
Yeah, mine better than.
No, KG not better than Dirk. Not better than him. David Robinson not better than him. Dr. J, yeah, he's not better than Isaiah Thomas. No, sirree.
Nah,
David Robinson.
Come on now, dog. Man,
No.
the Admiral don't get no respect.
Yeah, he in the top 20. He in my top 20. But better than Isaiah? No, sirree. No, sirree, Bob.
Big men always get the worst of shit, no matter what, because they ain't got the ball in their hand all the time.
No, I got him in my top 15. Oscar, Kevin Durant, Hakeem Olajuwon, Isaiah Thomas, Dr. J. That's my top 15. From 10 to 11 to 15.
He ain't in front of Doc.
Steph.
So who you got? You got him in front of Oscar?
Nah.
Okay, you got him in front of Jerry West?
Nah.
So you got him where exactly? At what
Not
number?
15.
Can't be. Go Garnett.
Hakeem Olajuwon, Steph Curry, 12. Oscar Robinson.
Oscar is 14.
Oscar is 13.
14.
I'm talking about my.
Oh, okay.
You
Oscar
got
13,
him.
Jerry
Do
14,
you have him
Zeke
better
15.
than Nikola Jokic?
I got him better than Nikola Jokic. Hell yeah, I do. When you beat the great Michael Jordan consistently 3-1, you beat Magic Johnson. You really should have beat him twice had he not gotten injured.
We don't know that.
They would have beat him. They'd have beat him.
We don't know that.
How you just factor that in?
Right.
Man.
I'm just saying, I ain't factoring in.
You can't factor in a L. And on the opposite,
You beat
person's
Magic
side.
Johnson.
Come on, man.
You beat Magic Johnson. You beat Larry Bird. You beat 3 of the big dogs in your era.
He did.
The biggest of dogs in any era. Come on, man. Come on now, Zeke. At least top 20. Now, wherever you got him ranked, if you want to put the Admiral in there, I'm not going to.
So you think he overall is better than Chuck?
Charles Barkley not being in the top 20 is an issue for me.
So, but you got Zeke in front of Chuck.
Yeah, I do. Hell yeah. 2 titles?
You got Zeke in front of Elgin Baylor.
Yeah, I do. Elgin, hey, he suffered some L's. He's a baller. Elgin ain't in the top 20 on this list.
No, he not.
Giannis ahead of Barkley is
Giannis being ahead of Barkley is disturbing as hell.
Y'all niggas, when we did the Mount Rushmore, that was the case.
I didn't put him in mine. I had Barkley in my Mount Rushmore.
You know what I'm saying?
I think all of us had Barkley.
I told y'all Giannis was on it though.
His defensive prowess as a defensive player of the year, that's dope. But it doesn't, to me, his defensive prowess does not overtake what Barkley was in game, as well as, if you want to talk impact, in his play.
What?
Nope, not to me.
Get the hell, man.
Because that's the thing that he's better than Barkley defense. He's not better offensively than Barkley.
He scored the same amount of points.
I said he's not better.
I just said same result.
Giannis scores more than Barkley,
Right.
but again,
Same result.
this is that era.
The era where they
Okay, I knew we was gonna get him. It's an era.
Got him.
It's an era
Got him.
conversation.
Now eras matter. Now they
The
matter.
era where they allow scoring. What are you talking about?
They don't
era
allow
matter in
scoring. It's just
basketball, not college football.
easier to score in the paint.
When you can travel and still be credited with a bucket, they are allowing scoring.
Nah,
Greg.
man, stop, man. There was
When you
traveling
can travel,
violations
when
they
you
got
can
that they got away with in the NBA back then, carrying, palming violations. That they got away with.
It is in no comparison.
Man, stop it. I don't want to hear nothing about no violations and all
It is
that.
in no comparison.
He's able to score in the era that he's in. It's a much easier, faster pace of play. Now, would he be able to score 31 points a game with his offense in that era, with it being more of a congested paint? No. Bigger men? No. Not as efficiently as he does now. But Giannis in the top 30, though. I'm not going to take that away from him. But him being ranked over Barkley, that's a no-go for me.
What about Wilt at 9?
Hold on. Let me take that back, though, bro. Let me
Wilt
take
at
that
9,
back.
is that right?
Because Giannis does have a championship, don't he?
He does.
He got MVPs, don't he?
He does.
Two of them, don't he?
Multiple.
I'm going to have to disagree with what I just said.
Defensive
I had to
player.
look back.
5 times.
Because I'm
All
thinking
NBA.
about the Giannis the last 2 or 3 seasons they've been flaming out. Giannis had a great season in which he won the championship and he put up 50 points in the championship game. Yeah, Giannis over Barkley, man.
Got to be.
No.
It got to be. It's too much, dog. It's too much on there now. You know what I'm saying?
His game is
30-something points a game, a bunch of rebounds,
Right.
12 rebounds.
Too much on there, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's too much on this now.
Barkley can score from anywhere on the court. Anywhere on the court. Face up, back to the bucket, fade away,
Listen to this, though.
power,
You want to
all
guess
of that.
Barkley career 3-point shooting percentage?
28.
26.6.
He wasn't a 3-point shooter.
All right,
You
but that
just said
said
he can
score
score
from
anywhere.
anywhere on the court.
Guess what
my
Giannis
God.
is?
Oh my
Want
God.
to take a guess?
You just said it.
He just said it.
Lord.
You want to take a guess?
28%.
28.4. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Lord have mercy.
What about overall field goal percentage? What, you want to take a guess? Barkley, 54.1. Damn good.
This literally might be our worst segment.
Damn good.
No, it's just a segment that you don't agree
Podcast.
with.
Giannis, 55.
55%.
Me saying that he can score from anywhere on the court does not mean, and I don't understand why people do this. You go straight to his 3-point percentage ain't but shit. That don't mean he can't shoot them. Giannis is awful
But shoots a better
from
percentage.
3. He is. All right.
But shoots a
I'm
better
done.
percentage.
I'm good.
Then when we talk about percentage, hey, ain't this the guy that said we
good.
don't respect defense?
That's what he said.
And
That's what he
how
always
many
says.
defensive player of the years does Charles Barkley have?
0.
How many does Giannis have?
Oh, look like he got one.
How many all-defensive teams
Look
Giannis
here.
been on?
I saw that.
5 times.
5 times.
Are you going to say that Charles Barkley was a defender?
0
I
times.
already said that Giannis's defensive
But I'm saying
prowess.
the percentage you
Nah,
put on it can't
I
be
already
very
said
much.
that.
But the
I already
percentage,
said that.
So what
for
we
as
arguing
close
about?
as the offense is,
I said his defensive prowess is better than Barkley's, but it does not
Does not what?
overtake Barkley's offensive game. It doesn't.
We agree that Barkley is a more well-rounded.
it looks better.
yes.
He does it easier.
He does more things on the offensive
Yes,
end.
he does.
Better offensive player.
Yeah. But Giannis
Giannis
gets
is a
the
better
job
defensive
done.
player and
Right.
and can score
And is capable offensively.
In this
of being a dominant scorer.
in this era where you can dribble multiple times, basically his whole game is built on, and I love Giannis. His entire game is based on going coast to coast and getting a layup or a dunk. That's his game. That's his game. That is the strength of his game. Do you agree with that? Is that not the strength of his game?
It's the strength.
Face up, go in there and score.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Can you stop it?
His offensive
stop
game, his offensive game is highly highly limited.
Just like Shaq.
Because he can't shoot. He doesn't have a back to the bucket game.
That's been improved. That's something that we said we need to see from him. The last 2 years, he's been doing a much better job.
How long has he been in the league? But you're right. But if you're gonna take his 2 years and try to make that like it's better than the whole sum of his whole career, come on, that's impossible.
Oh, but you have to give players room to grow their game.
We're talking about as of right now. If I say as of right now, he doesn't have those two. And definitely when you compare it to Barkley, he doesn't have it. Barkley right had
it. He doesn't have a back to the basket game right now. Now, if you want to say at the beginning of his year or in totality, but if we're talking about right now.
To Barkley, Greg, when compared to Barkley, it is in no comparison to what Barkley brought to the offensive side of the floor.
Hey, I ain't gonna say that it's a.
I'm
not going to say that he doesn't have a back to the basket game, but regardless, he does have a back to the basket game. It may not be as efficient as Barkley's is at this moment in time in their careers, but his effectiveness in getting to the paint and making assists and making his teammates better is right on par with Barkley's.
And in this era.
In any era.
No.
In any era.
No.
In any era. They would have to deal with his ability to get downhill.
No, Greg.
Okay.
Greg.
I mean,
you're not going coast to coast as much as he does in past eras. You're not.
That's because the way of the game is played. We can't penalize these players because the pace of play has changed.
It's not just about you keep saying because the pace of play is the pace of play is not that much different when you look at the points per game and all that. It's not points per game. The possessions is not that much greater. It's just not. The style
possessions
of play today,
and pace of play is two different things.
The game.
It is a faster game. It is a more wide open offensive type of set on the game because the 3-point shooters are more prevalent than they were in the past, as opposed to. And this is another. We got to get to that state of play.
What's that?
That's the one we got to talk about. The change in the play in the eras and the pace of the game. The 3-point shooting in the game, which you two guys have railed against. That's what really evoked this conversation as far as state of play. That's one of the state of plays we're going to do in a later time. We're close to the NBA season, just a preview. But yeah, good conversation. But
it's very limited offense.
But when you look at everything, basketball related, you got to take into account championships, all defensive teams, finals MVPs. You got to give it to Giannis over Barkley. This is really
totality. And when you look at it, I mean, if you really value defense for real, then it's not. You got to give it to him. I mean, or else you're just talking about defense. You don't really value it. And if you don't have him ahead of him by at this point in his career, then you're just talking about.
Even if you adjusted it for
exactly, then you got to adjust the defense. Right? Exactly. I'm like, you can't really care about defense and not have him ahead of him right now. It's just lip service if you don't have him ahead of him right now.
In my defensively in past eras, Giannis would be there at that size and athletic.
Right, he'd be dominant.
But with this offensive package in past eras, nah, dog. Nope.
Again, those are calls I can't make. You know what I'm saying? Because none of us knows if he came up back then, he would be used to those rules. He would have played against those. You can't do that because either one, you have to put him in that era for the whole time coming up as a youth. Right. He's used to it at that point. He knows how to get around it. His game would have altered. People can't do that. People love to do that to make their arguments. You can't do it. Just like now,
the reason
you just can't do it, dog. You can't do it.
Offensively, he plays. He plays because he cannot shoot.
You have to look at their offensive production based on the time that they're in.
If he can't shoot,
we can't keep going. This is something that y'all do a lot. If they played in the 80s, he wouldn't be able to do this.
Playing in the 80s, he'd be used to playing in the 80s.
That's my point.
Right, but you will do that for the 80s players playing in the 90s now.
Right.
without thinking about the differences of what they'd have to do to adjust their game.
Right.
Which is spending more time. Right.
No,
both ways.
We do. We say all the time that these high-level scorers back in the day, in this era where you can't touch them, they would kill.
But
that's the adjustment.
That's not an adjustment.
They would score more.
That's not an adjustment because there's a difference in how they'd have to play.
Michael Jordan score more today in this game?
I don't know. I think he'd score about the same.
Oh my!
Because now he has to deal with zone defenses.
Yep.
He have to deal with the switching in the man-to-man. He don't have to worry about.
I should have stopped.
Or he have the advantage of playing one-on-one ball and knowing when the double team come and where it's coming from, without having to deal with the 3-second rule. All of that shit does adjust the way that the game is played back in the day versus how it's played now. You have to acknowledge that, Jerry, and the fact that he'd have to play against more athletic players at his position that he would have to defend. So that takes away from your offensive stamina. Does it not?
The thing that you have to take into account is that this league is not physical, and it allows scoring.
It's not physical. It's not as physical as in
not allowed to be able to be physical.
It's not as physical as it was in the playoffs. But you can go to the everyday games they played on a Tuesday night in January, and they weren't touching shit.
You can't touch.
There's plenty of videos of that shit.
And he can travel, and he can carry.
Stop it, man.
Serious?
Stop it. He scored just about maybe a few more points, but he ain't averaging no 40 fucking points a game.
You talking about somebody that averaged 30?
He ain't averaging no 48. He did that for one season. James Harden did 36. So what? Did he do it again?
In this era where they allow scoring, you keep forgetting to leave that off, Greg.
They don't allow scoring. Scoring is much more.
They allow scoring.
Much more effective when you have a player
the game allows scoring.
They can score at all three levels.
They went to the league went and changed rules so they can get the scores from 100 to 1.
The rules have been changing all along. They changed the hand checking. When did they change the hand checking? What rule did they change? Tell me what rule they changed. Tell me what rule they changed.
Wrap this shit up.
He just said the rule changed. What rule did they change? Tell me the rule that they changed. These are just perceptions and shit that y'all like to throw out.
And this is how
what rule did they change?
This is what happens when you're fans of the game.
Tell me the rule they changed. Tell me the rule they changed. Tell me the rule that they changed.
This is what happens when you're passionate about the game.
Tell me the rule that they changed. You can't.
Wrap it up.
You can't. The only rule that they changed was the hand checking that may have adjusted the difference. All of that was a difference in the way that it was played.
When you talk Michael Jordan,
that's it.
And errors is guaranteed.
Yes, sir.
The argument will break out.
Consistency. That's all I ask, man.
There's no doubt about it. The argument will break out. But man, thank y'all for joining us. Trash talking with the old heads. We are the old heads, man. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. We definitely want to keep bringing you this content.
It done got hot in here.
Man, y'all sweating?
I ain't sweating. I'm cool as a fan.
Got heated.
I'm cool as the other side of the pillow.
But until next week, man, thank y'all for all the love, man. We'll see y'all on next week.
Peace.